Today's video was sponsored by a patriot called Edward Njuguna, so shout out to you, Edward. We do appreciate you for supporting the channel. Now on to the topic of the day. Yesterday, Nyoro made two important statements, which I want us to review quickly. Then we'll also look at why he has suddenly found his voice. Why now? And with no further ado, let's get after it. Statement number one. Nyoro called out Murkomen over the ID scandal. Here's the tip.
Juzi tumeona mtu mkubwa mmoja ya serikali ati anaenda kuangalia ile mambo imeharibika pale Nairobi. Na kwa sababu wamedunisha akili ya Wakenya sana, ati anaenda anasema hii supermarket imeibiwa na yeye mwenyewe akaweka IDs kama 50. Where did we ever see this? Going into a supermarket, wanachukua vitu katika supermarket, wanajiandikisha ati na wanaacha ID. Mmeona hiyo maneno ile hoya?
Now, the only reason I highlighted that segment is because Nyoro is finally taking on people like Murkomen. But in regards to the contents of the speech, I believe he's a bit late. This ID issue was discussed weeks ago. Kenyans are beyond it. He's just now talking about it. But at the end of the day, better late than never. Final statement from Ndindi. According to him, Kenyans were conned because initially housing levy was meant to be a refundable investment, just like NSSF. Then greed took over in Kenya Kwanza and they turned it into a non-refundable tax. Here's the tip.
Something called housing levy. Housing levy, and every Kenyan knows it was initially an investment. Ulikuwa unakatwa hiyo pesa uwekewe isaidie kujenga nyumba, lakini utarudishiwa. Simulisikia hiyo? That was the initial proposal. Watu wa serikali wakaongea wenyewe, including the president in an interview said it himself. It was supposed to be an investment. Unatoa pesa isaidie manyumba, alafu utarejeshewa na interest. Hapa katikati ikabadilishwa, ikakuwa kodi, ati ukikatwa hairudi.
Now, those are valid points he's raising. He's calling out the evils and wrongs and misdemeanors in government. But why now? Why is Nyoro suddenly coming out to talk? It's not like he was abroad and he has just come back into the country. I've been looking at most of those tweets where his speech has been highlighted and people are commenting down there, why is he suddenly becoming very clever? Others are saying, where has he been for the past X amount of time? I believe these are the two reasons why Nyoro has suddenly come out and found his voice to call out his former employers. Reason number one, Gachagwa's 2-month absence works in favor of Nyoro. Because you see, Nyoro is in a very difficult place. Ruto has betrayed him. He has removed the solitary MP who never campaigned in his own constituency but was busy moving around with the president nationwide. Amemtoa kama budget committee chair. Na huyu ni mtu alikuwa anazunguka na yeye akitafuta kura. So those quotas zimechomeka. Again, many Kenyans don't realize, but Nyoro cannot work with Rigathi Gachagua, and with good reason. Gachagua fought him every single turn he took. There was a time Nyoro, every single weekend, every single day or two, he would be in a constituency as a chief guest doing donations. Na anaanguka na ndege. He was well oiled with money those days when he was very close to Ruto. And Gachagua started fighting him because he felt this MP is trying to become the kingpin of Mlima Kenya. And that is when you had Gachagua saying Ruto alidanganya Nyoro that atakuwa rais. So Rigiji did fight Nyoro. That cannot be swept under the rug. So he can't work with Ruto, he can't work with Gachagua. The next 2 months is the first time in this new term whereby Nyoro will be free in Mlima Kenya. Ruto wamemkataa, akienda huko wanamwambia must go, so harudi huko. Gachagua is abroad for 2 months, so he's free to speak. So I believe that's one reason why Nyoro is just now talking. Second reason why Nyoro has come out to call out Kenya Kwanza for its wrongdoings is because he's trying to re-establish the hierarchy. You see, a little while back, the hierarchy of Mlima, with Uhuru Kenyatta out of the equation, of course, he's retired. It used to be Rigathi Gachagua, then Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah, and then Nyoro, then the others, the Moses Kurias, the Wahomes and others wanafuata hapo. But after things took a different turn, suddenly it became Rigathi Gachagua, much as he's impeached, he's still pale juu. Then you move to Methu, then you move to Karungo Athang'wa, then you come to Nyoro. Hata Ichung'wah alitoka kwa hiyo list zamani. The MCAs who outrank him today from Mlima. So Nyoro has a very good chance to re-establish the hierarchy. In the absence of Gachagua, provided he continues to stay vocal and keep his name in media circulation, he could easily leapfrog Karungo Athang'wa, he could leapfrog Senator Methu, and by the time Gachagua is coming back, he has to seek out Nyoro, or the people will push for the two to come together and work together. He's looking to build his own political clout, and it makes sense. I wish him all the best, but let him not be like a child who consumes a lot of candy. A kid who takes a lot of candy constantly loses the voice and then recovers it and then loses the voice. Let him stay vocal throughout. Whether Rigiji is in Kenya, whether he's in Malaysia or America, let him continue staying vocal and calling out this government for all the wrongdoings that he knows of. Because at the end of the day, all the options are there for Ndindi Nyoro. Gachagua is impeached and he can't vie. JB Muturi might be senior, but he's not popular. Methu and Karungo have not reached that level where people really trust them with their vote or even trust them for the presidency. But Ndindi has that support beyond the mountain. So I don't know how he's going to micromanage his political career, but he has to find a way to stay relevant, especially during these times when Gachagua is impeached and cannot run. For Mlima to put those 4 or 5 million votes on the ballot, either they are the candidate or they have the deputy. Na kama si Gachagua, who is going to be fronted? Ndindi needs to build his political clout so that it is him. But at the end of the day, guys, that's just my opinion. Do let me know your own comments in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. And in the event you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for ndvidwafula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing ndvidwafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.